Hello friends, welcome to my channel Math Realization. Today we are here to solve this type of question that is new to you. Something is given like this here, PQR equal to 1 is given, and you have to show this left hand side is equal to right hand side equal to 1. So this is given part, and this part you have to, this left hand side part you have to solve and prove it becomes 1. Let's see how we can solve it. So here first we have seen that this q to the power minus 1 is given, q to the power minus 1 given. So what we have to do is we have to change it into the fraction form, like 1 upon 1 plus p plus 1 by q. So in fraction form, from the laws of indices, we know that if there is any power in minus, like x to the power minus n, while we write it in fraction form, it becomes like this, x to the power plus n. While we write it in fraction, like 1 by x to the power n, the sign of the power is changed, not the sign of variable. Okay, don't be confused. We can change only the sign of the power. Similarly, if it is given like this, x to the power n, any number, then we can write it like 1 by x to the power minus n. So if we have like this, we can change it into the reciprocal form like this, 1 by x to the power minus n. So while you change any given number in reciprocal form, their powers are, we can change the sign of their power. Like if the power is positive, it becomes minus. When it we can write it in the denominator. If the power is negative, we can write it in the positive power form when we write it in reciprocal form. So here 1 upon 1 plus q plus 1 by r plus 1 upon 1 plus r plus 1 by p. What we are solving? We are solving left hand side, and we have to use this given part to prove 1. So let's take the LCM first. Here in the denominator only, okay, we are taking the LCM in denominator. So we will discuss how to take the LCM in another video. Let's take the LCM here. So if there is nothing, there is 1, that every variable had 1 in the denominator. So what we will do, if you have LCM q, then it becomes LCM on the numerator, you can write pq plus 1. Similarly, take the LCM here, LCM is r, then on the numerator r plus qr plus 1. Similarly, on this term, when the LCM is p, on the numerator p plus pr plus 1. Okay, now we have to take this q on the top, since as we have seen, if there is something like this, a by b upon c by d, the denominator is again in fraction. Here the numerator, this is the numerator, this is the denominator, this is the divide. This symbol represents upon or division. While we write the denominator in multiply form, like here is a by b, this is the numerator form, and while we write the denominator in multiply form, we can change the denominator like this. This becomes reverse. C by d is reverse while you write it in multiply form. Okay, so this is divide form, or you can write it as a by b divided by c by d. It is like this. While you change this divide form into multiply form, it is just reverse. Denominator becomes numerator, numerator becomes denominator. Okay, so we are going to do like this here. So it becomes 1 into q upon q plus pq plus 1. So 1 times q is q upon q plus p cube plus 1 plus r upon r plus qr plus 1 plus p upon p plus pr plus 1. Okay, so most of the student after this take their LCM, but if you take the LCM here, it's very difficult for you to solve it. So before taking the LCM, what we have to do is you have to make their denominators equal so that it is easier for you to take the LCM. So for doing that, let's just change only one variable or term. So terms are separated by, not variable, it's terms are separated by plus or minus. So here is the plus separating the terms. This is first term, this is second term, this is third term. So let's make their denominators equal. To make their denominator equal, see here is pq, you have to choose the terms that have two variables, like here is pq, and in the question we are using three variables. Okay, is not it three variables we are using, pq and r. So we cannot see r in this term, so we will multiply it by r, okay, on the numerator and denominator. So q plus pq plus 1. Before writing others, I want to focus on, like, if you are multiplying and dividing by the same variable or a number, suppose this is 3 by 5, if you are multiplying and dividing it by 3, then you, by the same number or variable, this 3 is here number, it becomes 9 by 15. Again, if you cancel them, it becomes 3 by 5. So there is it remains as it is, as in the question, isn't it? Our question is 3 by 5. If we can multiply and divide it by the same number, any number, negative, positive, any number, but by same numbers or same variables, it remains as it is, just its form is changed. So we are multiplying here by r and we are dividing here by r, or you can say multiply on the numerator and denominator, and don't change other at first, don't change other terms at the same time, because the result comes here after solving this and we have to compare with the other denominators. So it becomes qr upon qr plus pqr plus r, as I have opened the bracket and multiply it inside the bracket, and the bracket is opened, r upon r plus qr plus 1 plus p upon p plus pr plus 1. Since it is given that pqr is equal to 1, if you see on the top of the question, pqr equal to 1 is given, so we can use it here. How we can use it? qr upon qr plus 1 plus r, as pqr equal to 1 is given. Now if you compare the first and second terms denominator, you will see that their denominators are equal, is not it? See here, plus qr plus 1 r and r, plus r and plus r, so these are equal, they are just now what you have to do is, or we can write it as in the same form, qr plus 1. I have just changed their places with their signs. One is I have written it at the last, so its sign is not changed. While you are changing their places, sign or plus does not become minus, because sign is changed only when you will take any term like x plus y equal to z. If you are taking y on the other side, then its sign is changed like this. But if you are just changing their places like this, if you are changing their places like this, like plus y plus x equal to z, their sign is not changed. Okay, they are already, it is already plus, so it becomes plus y, x is also plus x, like this, plus r upon r plus qr plus 1 plus p upon p plus pr plus 1. As you can see that only the sign are only the variables change their places, not their signs, and we see that these two denominators are equal, is not it? These two denominators are equal, so we don't have to change its denominator. Okay, in this step I told you that please change only one term at a time, not two terms at a time. Okay, because if you change this, then it is equal to some other terms. This the denominator is may equal to some other denominator, so we don't have to change that denominator. Understood? Now we have to change this denominator. To change that, we have to multiply with some variables. So which variable you are going to multiply? Yes, see this, here is no q, as we are using p, q and r, so there is no q. We will multiply it with variable q on the numerator and denominator. On numerator it becomes pq, and on denominator I will not write like this, I will write directly. It becomes pq plus pqr plus q. Yes, then we have not changed any of these of two terms, so it becomes they remains as they are, so r plus qr plus 1, and this becomes, see here, pqr is how much? Yes, pqr is 1. It is given already in the question, we can use it. So again these variables are not seeing like this, so again we have to change it. Again we have to change the variable so that it becomes equal to other denominator. Okay, so again we see that here is pq, then we can multiply it on the numerator and denominator by r, so it becomes pqr upon pqr plus r plus qr, because I have multiplied on the numerator by r and on the denominator by r. Then now it takes the form as this pqr, yeah, it is 1. Similarly this pqr is also 1, is not it? So now you can see that all the three terms have same denominator, that is r plus qr plus 1. So again write further one step to show that their denominators are same, so that is r plus qr plus 1. Then take the LCM. Yeah, you're right, the LCM is same, because if the denominator is same, we don't need to multiply or do anything to write the LCM. Then again on the numerator we don't have to multiply with anything, because they all have the same denominator. These two are same. Yeah, either you write it at the on the this side, or either you write r at the first, they are same, so these are cancelled out. Or once you can show that qr plus r plus 1 upon r plus qr plus 1, yeah, these two are the numerator and denominators are same, so we can cancel them and they becomes 1, is not it? Like 3 by 3 is how much? 1. 3 times 1, 3, so the answer is 1. Therefore we have shown that LHS equal to RHS, that is left hand side is this question, this is things equal to 1, that is RHS, and hence proved. That's your conclusion. So to solve this type of question, you have to make their first make their denominators equal, then take the LCM, then you will get the RHS. So thank you very much for your attention, and hope you like this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe my videos. Thank you very much.